Hi, my name is Justin Jenkins. I wanted to just welcome you to another presentation. This one is a presentation on my research paper on whistleblowing. The topic, or the title of my paper, I should say, is whistleblowing worth the risk? Whistleblowing is such a broad topic that I wanted to, kind of whittle it down to something that I could just give a little bit of a glimpse on. And this presentation is going to be short, but I just want to kind of give you guys an idea of what it's, what I'm trying to talk about. So to start, we're going to talk about what is whistleblowing, and then we're going to discuss how to handle a whistleblower. So the first portion, we're going to talk about it as though I'm the individual, I'm the one blowing the whistle. The second portion is how to handle a whistleblower as though I'm the company, and then we're going to discuss how to handle someone that blows the whistle. And then lastly, we'll just conclude with some final topics, some final thoughts. So we have to understand what the stakes are. When you're, as an individual, about to blow the whistle, what are the stakes? What's involved? It's not simply, you finding a lawyer and then filing suit against your company and then winning and walking away with millions of dollars. While that can happen, the stakes are much higher. You have to understand that you have your jobs on the line, your reputation's on the line, future jobs are on the line. Because if you're a habitual whistleblower, you're probably not going to be that employable. Second of all, what are the steps to whistleblowing? So, just starting out, in order to blow the whistle, you have to obviously have seen something wrong, and then you need to understand what happened and have evidence to show that it actually is an infraction. And then first thing you do with that is bring the evidence to a supervisor and ask them to handle it. Now, and then the process goes from there. Once, if they don't want to handle it, then you can go outside, but typically that, it will be handled internally. The next topic the next section we're going to talk about is, as a company, how would I deal with a whistleblower? If I had an employee of mine come saying that he was about to blow the whistle, or he saw something that was wrong and that he felt needed to be corrected, how do I deal with that? Well, first of all, you want to deal with it internally. Handling it internally is the way to do it. Externally is what's going to cost you the money. So being able to handle something internally, in-house, that's going to be able to get the problem solved with the least amount of time and money expended. Also, I wanted to just discuss a little bit, as an employer, you want to notice what would a whistleblower look like. And in one of the articles I reference in my paper, it talks about how a whistleblower is a person that is slightly mad, brave, and mad is in the sense is crazy, brave, but yet smart, because it's all about the tenacity, the gumption, and knowing what is good and bad and all that kind of stuff. But ultimately, whistleblowing is a good thing, because if somebody's not blowing the whistle, then you're probably doing something you shouldn't, and that could create a bigger problem for you in the end. Lastly, just a quick summary of some of the things is whistleblowing. You have to understand the stakes as a whistleblower. You have to understand the process. This isn't something you want to take lightly. A corporation seeing a whistleblower, what you want to have in place there is you want to have policies. You need to have procedures in place so that people feel comfortable. You have to cultivate an environment that is, something friendly to a whistleblower, so that as people do this, that you can handle it internally. That's what it's all about. Handling it internally. If I feel like today people want to blow the whistle to make money, and a company needs to have policies in place so that when they blow the whistle, that's not the case. So they're going to be able to handle it inside, within the realm. But it's easier now than ever to blow the whistle, which is a double-edged sword, because as an employee, you feel entitled to blow the whistle all the time, and if you do and it's right, that's great. But if it's wrong, now you're marked as a habitual whistleblower. There's high stakes, high rewards in this game. If you're blowing the whistle and it's found that you're wrong, well, all of a sudden you most likely have lost your job, and now you have a reputation because you can't tell anyone that your old position is not going to give you a recommendation. And so in the end, is it worth the risk? Well, that's up to you, because you need to understand what the risk is and why you're blowing the whistle. Because if you're blowing the whistle because of revenge or spite, you're not going to follow through. You're not going to have the tenacity. But that's, and that's kind of exactly where we're at. And that's my research paper in a nutshell. Thank you.